I'm extremely anxious and nervous to make this video, so bear with me. Around 2 weeks ago, I lost a match, my second round match in Spanish International. I won my first round and everything kind of seemed okay. I'd also been playing extremely well in training up until my second round match. And I went on the court, felt okay, and everything just kind of, I don't know, just kind of exactly what's happening now. My mind went blank and I lost, and I kind of felt like I was just stood on the court and all the lights were shining on me, everyone was watching me. It probably wasn't the case, but that's just the feeling that I felt, and that I was trying to win and I was trying to do everything that I could to win, but nothing was really working, and I was alone. I didn't have my coach there with me, and I think that I already knew that this was important for me, but it's just kind of amplified the fact that it's really important to have that support from the back, even if it's just like one small thing or one small tactic or even just a boost of confidence. It's really important for me. And that's not saying that, players should be able to figure it out themselves, because, I should be able to, but right now I can't, and I am going to try, and it's a learning process. I'm 26, but I'm still learning, and I've only really been doing well on the circuit for around the last 18 months to 24 months, so it's not been it's a new thing, and I still feel quite for somebody that's been playing international badminton for a long time, I do still feel quite inexperienced. So my dream would be for my coach to be there at all events, but that's not possible. But that's one of the things that I knew when making the decision to change my flag and move to Poland, and something that I hope in the future will be able to get better. The main reason also about making this video is, of course, making people aware that badminton is not all, everything's going well all the time, because a lot of stuff like that on social media is. Only around 18 months ago or a year ago, I started to post more on social media. There was a few reasons why I started to do this. One of them was because of sponsorship and exposure. Sponsors want to be seen, and social media is huge right now. And the other reason was I actually used to get a lot of messages asking for advice or training tips, and you can see that other athletes and players are doing stuff like that. Just off the top of my head, Lauren Smith is sharing some really cool stuff. Mads Christopherson is sharing some really cool stuff. Of course, we have podcasts now from players, which is really cool. But I have a really small social media following. I think I, for example, have around 5,000 followers on Instagram. It's not huge compared to other athletes, even badminton players, but other athletes have tens of thousands of followers. I got home from my match and I got to the apartment where I was staying at, and I looked at my phone and I had around 30 messages in my message request box. So I started looking through them, and they just progressively got worse and worse. They started off with I can't repeat everything because some of them are really bad, but how can you lose? You're so bad. I hope you end your career. I hope you get injured soon so I don't have to watch you play again. And it even got to the stage where I had a handful saying, I hope you die. Now that was a huge shock, something that I've never experienced before, but it made me think, I have such a tiny social media following. How many athletes are receiving messages like that? Because how can that not affect you? I wasn't sure about making this video because I don't want to come across like, oh, poor me. I feel very privileged being in the position that I'm in, and I'm a professional athlete, able to travel the world doing what I love to do. But is it okay for people that I don't know, of course, to be sending me messages? I don't know why they feel like they can send me these messages, but they did. Is it okay to do that? Why did they do that? And if I'm getting 30 having such a small social media following, imagine how many other athletes are receiving messages like that. I guess not just athletes, you see it people famous people in the public eye. I'm not famous, but how can that not affect you? especially I lost and it was terrible that I lost, but then to receive that on top, yeah, it was a shock. You kind of have a reality check, brings you back down to earth to confirm that, you know, let's be realistic, not everything is amazing, and yeah, it kind of made me feel like I don't want to open myself up on social media anymore, because I've never received that prior to being more open and showing more of my life on social media. So I have kind of, for a few days I didn't really post anything. I did share one of the messages and had loads of messages of people saying, you know, please don't listen to them, and you know, that was so kind of people. But is it okay for athletes to receive messages like that? Basically this video is just to, I don't know, just to share that it's happening, even if, you know, some athletes might feel like it's just happening to them. So even if another athlete or anybody kind of sees this and thinks, oh my goodness, it's not just happening to me, then even if it helps one person, athlete or no athlete, then I'm absolutely chuffed by that. But it's kind of just to open the forum of, you know, this is happening. I would love to know why. Like, I don't think I share anything, you know, controversial on social media, or I just show myself living my daily life as an athlete. Is there something that needs to be looked at by BWF? Maybe. Is there something we can do to stop this? I'm not really sure. I don't know the rules and regulations of trolling. But even if somebody just looks at this and just, you know, thinks, oh wow, this is not just happening to me, this is also happening to Jordan, and that helps somebody and makes somebody feel more reassured, then yeah, then this video has served its purpose. And yeah, I'm really anxious about posting this. I'm probably going to post this later on my YouTube and just turn my phone off and hide it, because you know, I don't want anybody to think that I am you know, trying to get sympathy or anything like that. But I just want to make people aware that everything is not amazing. A huge thank you for watching the video. A huge thank you for the message of support that I received after I did share that message on my Instagram story. And yeah, if it opens a discussion or a forum, or even just helps one person, then amazing, my job is done. And I'm now going to edit this video with the help of my little sister and throw my phone away and not look at it, because I am really nervous to upload this. Have a great week, everybody.